Have you ever wondered who Gideon was and why his story holds such significance in history? A figure of immense strength and faith, Gideon emerges from the ancient pages of the Book of Judges in the Bible. Born under the shadow of an oak in Ophrah, Gideon was the son of Joash, a member of the Israelite clan. He was not a warrior nor a prophet, but a humble man who threshed wheat by the winepress, hidden away from the oppressive Midianites. His life was simple and unremarkable until the day an angel of the Lord made a prophetic appearance. This divine encounter marked the beginning of Gideon's transformation from an ordinary man into a mighty leader. The angel addressed Gideon as a mighty man of valor, hinting at the great deeds he was destined to accomplish. Gideon's story begins with an angelic visitation, setting the stage for a journey of faith, courage, and transformation. Imagine threshing wheat and suddenly finding yourself face to face with an angelic messenger. That's exactly what happened to Gideon, the son of Joash, under the oak tree in Ophrah. The angel of the Lord appeared to him, saluting him as a mighty man of valor and announcing that the Lord was with him. Gideon, however, was far from convinced. He questioned the angel, his voice filled with doubt and frustration. "If the Lord is with us, why has all this befallen us?" he asked. "Where are all his miracles our fathers told us of? The Lord has left us and delivered us into the hands of the Midianites." In response, the Lord looked upon him and said, "Go in this thy might, and thou shalt save Israel from the hand of the Midianites. Have not I sent thee?" But Gideon, a humble man from a poor family in Manasseh, questioned his worthiness and ability to carry out such a monumental task. "Oh my Lord, how can I save Israel? My family is the least in Manasseh, and I am the least in my father's house." Yet the Lord reassured him, promising to be with him and predicting that he would smite the Midianites as one man. Gideon, still unsure, asked for a sign to confirm that he was indeed speaking with the Lord. The divine messenger agreed to stay until Gideon returned with an offering, setting in motion a series of events that would transform Gideon from a simple farmer into a fearless leader. Despite his doubts, Gideon was chosen to save Israel from the hand of the Midianites, a mission he could hardly believe was his to undertake. Gideon, like many of us, sought a sign to confirm this divine calling. He prepared an offering of a young goat and unleavened cakes, placing the flesh in a basket and the broth in a pot. Under the shade of an ancient oak, he presented his offering to the angel of the Lord. The angel commanded Gideon to lay the food upon a nearby rock and pour out the broth. As Gideon did as he was told, a miraculous event unfolded. The angel extended the staff in his hand and touched the offering. Suddenly, a fire sprang forth from the rock, consuming the flesh and unleavened cakes in a blaze of divine approval. The angel then disappeared from sight, leaving Gideon in awe of the extraordinary spectacle he had just witnessed. This miraculous sign was a turning point for Gideon, confirming that he was indeed chosen for a divine mission. With the divine sign, Gideon was ready to take his first step of faith and courage. His mission was daunting, a task that could invite the wrath of his kin and community. Yet, with the divine mandate echoing in his heart, Gideon set out to challenge the status quo. The first act of his divine mission was to tear down the altar of Baal, the false god worshipped by his people. This was no small task, for Baal was revered in his father's household and by the men of the city. To defy Baal was not just a spiritual act, but a social rebellion. Yet Gideon, the one who once threshed wheat in secret, now stood at the forefront of a spiritual revolution. He did not flinch at the enormity of his task. His faith in the divine mandate was unshakable, and his courage unwavering. In the stillness of the night, under the cover of darkness, Gideon and 10 of his servants dismantled the altar of Baal. The once mighty symbol of false worship was reduced to rubble, a testament to the power of faith over falsehood. In its place, Gideon built an altar to the Lord, marking a new beginning for his people. As dawn broke, the men of the city awoke to the sight of their sacred altar in ruins and in its place a new altar dedicated to the Lord. The act drew the ire of the city men who demanded Gideon's life for his audacity. But Gideon stood his ground, his faith unbroken, his courage undiminished. In the face of adversity, Gideon had shown an extraordinary act of faith and courage. He had challenged the established order, risked his life, and set the stage for a spiritual revolution. His story stands as a testament to the power of faith and the courage to follow one's convictions. Gideon's story is a testament to faith and courage, a reminder that even in the face of doubt and fear, one can rise to become a mighty warrior for a divine cause. So, why does Gideon's story matter to us today? That's a question that invites contemplation. Gideon's journey from a humble wheat thresher to a mighty savior of Israel is not just an ancient narrative. It's a testament to the transformative power of faith and courage. Gideon, like many of us, started out with doubts and fears. Yet he didn't let these hold him back. Instead, he chose to step forward, leaning on his faith, even when the odds seemed overwhelmingly against him. In Gideon's story, we see the potential for our own transformation. It reminds us that doubt and fear are not signs of weakness, but opportunities for growth. It teaches us that courage isn't about having no fear, but about taking action despite those fears. And most importantly, it shows us that faith can move mountains, or in Gideon's case, entire armies. Gideon's story is more than just a historical account. It's a timeless tale of faith, courage, and transformation that continues to inspire us today.